thank you again for doing another interview with me. I know I ask all of you guys for so many interviews, so I hope you're not sick of me yet.
It's always a pleasure.
Well, since you guys are on the Joulun, lauluja, kiertue, or Christmas Songs Tour for people who don't speak Finnish, we're doing a Christmas special interview this time. So just before we get into the Christmas questions, just tell me a little bit about how this tour came together, and since you're nearing the end, how has it gone so far?
It's been an absolute pleasure, and like we discussed before, COVID really made me miss live shows so much. And after the Ultimate Road tour earlier this year, there was this gap between that and the next Harri adventures that we're going to do next year. And we thought, wow, we haven't done any Christmas shows for ages, so how about talking together? And we would have wanted to do that with Nico and Johanna, but they had already booked their Christmas tour. So we started thinking, say, there's a swell that up there in the UK. And we phoned him up and asked if he was willing to join us, and luckily he said yes.
Yeah, well, how could you refuse? I mean, it's been a really busy year for me, and if Pink Floyd had asked me to join them, I would have turned them down. But with these two, I mean, I would have done it if I'd lost both my hands in a gardening accident.
So, high praise.
There we go.
It's been so wonderful, and 4 more shows left, and already a bit nostalgic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's
been absolutely wonderful.
Well, you kind of mentioned that you've done Christmas tours before, but it's been a while. So, how has this been different from previous Christmas tours that any of you guys have done?
Exclusively in churches is a big plus, a big difference for me, especially. I've played in churches before, but not exclusively churches, and it's been beautiful to do.
And for me, I guess, the theme of the whole year, and hopefully the rest of my career, will be sharing musical adventures with family, kindred spirits, and that's been the biggest change for me, and the biggest treat on this tour as well, to be able to share it with true blood brothers.
Have you done any Christmas tours before?
It's actually my first Christmas tour. Of course, I do like Christmassy gigs around Christmas, but this is really special for being part of this.
Incredible. Well, so now to get into the Christmas questions. So first up, what is your favorite thing about this holiday season, and what does it mean to you?
Good questions. Well, I've always loved Christmas, and I feel like it's not just, it kind of, the crux of it is December and the dates, but I think it's an all year round thing for me to kind of appreciate what you have and the magic of everyday little things in life, and just to see the beauty in kindness and because we are one big family in this universe, aren't we? In Christmas time it kind of resurfaces in a widespread manner. I love to kind of keep a little spirit of Christmas with me throughout the year. What about you?
Well, I 100% agree with that, and I think that despite the curmudgeonly attitude of a lot of people to Christmas, I love Christmas for that reason as well, that there's a kind of unstoppable unification that happens between people. Even despite their curmudgeonly bar humbug propensities, but it's something that you can feel just permeates the whole of culture, and it's a lovely thing. It's lovely. And of course there's watching Christmas films and drinking lots of lovely wine. And glühwein. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think definitely slowing down, connecting with people, especially family and friends. And I think just to kind of get away from the everyday life routines and kind of slow down, play games together.
So, what's your earliest memory of Christmas?
That's a fascinating question. Do you have a memory?
I have a few. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I remember going to our grandparents, and we were lucky to have both grandparents still alive when we were kids. So we celebrated Christmas first at my father's parents and then at my mother's parents. So we got to kind of celebrate Christmas twice, which was lovely.
That's pretty good.
And yeah, I remember singing songs together with cousins, and there was always a big table of food and meringues the size of your fist. But now, I mean, later on, I realised they were probably, just average size. But when you were a kid, everything felt so big and grand. So yeah, definitely Christmas meringues.
Something I really miss about the ghosts of Christmas past is carol singing. I used to love that when I was a kid, and it doesn't really exist anymore. It's been hammered out of our society now. They're all sat with their iPads. They don't go out and sing, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen anymore. So that's a drag. But I've got lots of early memories. I remember once venturing into some woods with heavy snow with 3 friends, and we saw this fabulous little cabin, and we thought, wow, is that where one of Santa's elves lives or something like that? We were about 10, and we went. As we approached it, the door swung open and a guy ran out with an axe and chased us through the woods. Yeah, and I jumped over a barbed wire fence and tore my new pants, and my mother went mental. She went crazy, and my other 2 friends were so traumatised I don't think they've ever got over it. So that's one of my early Christmas.
The Christmas axe murderer.
It's true. It actually happened. You're expecting something nice and wholesome there.
I mean, that's certainly a memorable memory.
It didn't end with gingerbread. It ended with my trousers being torn on barbed wire.
I hope you've made happier memories.
Oh, I have. I mean, this one now, this is a much happier memory in the making.
Yeah, I think for me, it's one of the most distinctive memories is again like my grandparents' house, and of course like Santa Claus is a huge thing when you're a kid. So I really was waiting for him next to the the door in the middle of shoes. And it got to the point that my grandpa needed to come and actually call with those old phones, like he pretended to. Actually, I think he actually called Santa Claus, and then he kind of told me that okay, he's coming like only a few minutes.
That is the magic of your grandfather.
Yeah, but that's. I still vividly remember.
Can I tell you about? I played Santa Claus at my daughter's school.
Really?
Yeah. I dressed up as Santa Claus at my daughter's school, and I turned up there with the sack and everything. It was 33 kids, and my daughter was one of them. And it was the weirdest thing ever because she didn't recognise me, and she was looking at me like a stranger. Well, she was looking at me as if I was Santa Claus, and it was really disturbing. And I did it the year after as well, but one of her friends spotted my long nails and went, I think Santa Claus is your dad. She went, ooh. So I didn't do it again. But I did it once, twice. I highly recommend it.
So do you guys celebrate on the 24th or the 25th or the 26th?
I think 24th.
Yeah.
25th in the UK.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of kept the tradition of celebrating Christmas many times, because these days we do celebrate on the 24th, and then my parents usually come on the next day, and then we do a Boxing Day celebration as well. So it's something that we've kept many Christmases. Yeah.
Do you have Santa visit?
I can't remember the last time.
No. Back in the days when we were still kids.
Maybe Troy needs to become Santa. Come to your
I
Christmas.
could do that. I could definitely do that. Plus my beard's getting nice and white now. I just need to grow it out. Well, Santa, for my daughter, it was a big deal. But for me as well, I remember my dad dressed as Santa once. But he fell down the stairs and everything came off, And I went, it's just my dad. And that was it.
Oh no!
Yeah, he fell down the stairs and broke some of the presents. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I've had quite a traumatic childhood with it.
So what you're saying is this tour is like post-traumatic stress therapy for you to make new good memories of Christmas.
Yeah. I had terrible experiences like that. And do in department stores in Finland, is there a grotto with Santa in it where you take the kids and they sit on his knee and he asks them, do you get that?
I don't think we have that.
No, it's
more
It happens in America, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In department stores. Yeah, it happens in the UK. It's always happened. Yeah, and that's. I did. Well, this is another thing. When I was a kid, it completely destroyed my idea of Santa. Was my dad took me to see Santa Claus, and I sat on his knee, and he went, "So, what would you like for Christmas, little boy?" And I went, "Well, I'd like a new bike." He went, "Yes," and then he spotted my dad, and he went, "How are you doing, Sid?" To my dad. My dad's called Sid. And my dad went, "Who's that?" And he went, "It's Jeff," and he pulled his beard down. And I was just, I was sat on his he's got his Jeff. He said, "I'm just doing this to make a bit of extra money for Christmas." And he went, "Oh, right." He said, "Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I get to see lots of brats." But and then he put his beard back on and went, "So, you want a bike?" And I was like, "Yeah, but not off you." Completely ruined. Yeah. Traumatic. It explains everything about me.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. Poor old me.
Well,
This is the trouble when you do interviews with Troy, is that his stories are all too good.
it's the flip side of Christmas, I guess.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it also snow black over there?
Ash.
Is it even a
Hardly
Christmas
ever.
then?
Hardly ever. We've had a couple of white Christmases.
Not even that.
No, hardly ever. I'm hoping for one this year though. Even if I have to paint the grass white.
Or then it's because of climate change, and that's not great. So, how about favorite Christmas traditions? And they can be old or new. But do you have any favorite things you like to do at Christmas?
Well, I think the whole shebang, everything about Christmas being together. Yeah, and the fact that it is a whole year round thing, for me at least. Yeah, what about, do you have specific things?
Well, Brussels sprouts. We love Brussels sprouts on Christmas Day. We do. They're beautiful. Brussels sprouts in Marmite.
They're yum.
You like the yeast extract?
Yes.
Yeah.
We made
Yeah.
them last
I
Christmas.
know you did.
Oh, this is why you have such miserable stories. It's because of Marmite. Marmite has brought it out.
Marmite is sublime. But that, if you cook Brussels sprouts in Marmite with butter or margarine or whatever, it's just bliss.
It is.
And it's perfectly Christmassy, isn't it? Especially if you have it with a nice Christmassy tip. So that's one of my favourites. What about you?
It's like, well, I think the Christmas dinner and just having everyone around and then kind of a bunch of great food.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
that's
And Christmas crackers.
yeah. We had it first time last.
Yeah, we
The
had no
first
idea
Christmas
about
crackers
Christmas
last year.
crackers. Yeah, and you were kind
Yeah.
enough to introduce us
You've
to.
got some more coming this weekend as well.
Oh, I can't wait. It's
You have
such a
Christmas
fun
crackers
addition.
in the States, don't you?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Ah, right.
But
You
I
should
know
have them in
of these, but I have not participated of them myself.
Fantastic. That you pull them and they make a little bang.
And you
Yeah.
get a little
Inside there's little
crown
presents
that
and
you
this
can
little
wear
crown that you can wear.
and little games and
And you can wear that crown all year round as well,
yes,
can't you?
that has to be my favourite new Christmas tradition.
It's a fabulous tradition. I think it was Charles Dickens who invented it.
Right. Brilliant. Yes.
I didn't know that. But what about the most meaningful or memorable gift you've ever gotten at Christmas?
I instantly thought of my mum making all preserved jams. And, she grows, she has all kinds of things grown in her garden. And she makes the best jams, and
Yeah, lovely.
sun-dried tomatoes and just everything. Yeah, a harvest feast is what we usually get for Christmas from Mum, and it's the best. Just handmade, homemade things.
Yeah, handmade stuff. Definitely.
And homegrown.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong.
Well, mine was a Fender Stratocaster copy at the age of 12.
And-
An electric guitar with an amp.
And then you didn't immediately fall down and smash it or anything? Did you actually get to use
it
this?
took a couple of days before I did that. But that was quite epoch making.
Yeah. Well, like came to my mind like I don't know how to call this, but like little cars you get, like, and then you kind of
Pedal cars.
yeah.
Well, not without pedals.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you just kind
Yeah,
of.
I done it when I was a little kid, and I completely destroyed like the flooring of our house because I just like went round and round and like like all the like lacquer, like
The lacquer on the floor.
yeah, like you came off. Yeah.
Splinters.
Yeah.
Have you still got it?
I don't know if they have it anymore, but I think I was ecstatic. How do you say that? Yeah. About it. Yeah.
All right, do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Yes. How do you go first?
Well, I don't actually have one. I love the variety, and I love listening to, on YouTube there's all those playlists, ambient Celtic Christmas playlists that I really enjoy. There's so many good ones. But
Actually, yeah, it's difficult to choose one, isn't it? It varies.
You showed me the wonderful video on YouTube that Libera's.
Oh, Song of the Bells.
Yeah, Carol's bells.
Yeah. Carol of the Bells.
Pirates.
That's brilliant, isn't it? That version.
Yes.
It's a boys' choir, and it's just
One of my
transcendent.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think for me, like in Finland, we have really, really melancholy Christmas songs, and a song called Varpunen jouluaamuna. Like it's always been like I've always loved it, even though like it's super, super sad. It's something about like with the lyrics and the melody just like hit me every time I hear it.
Well, we're doing quite a few of my favourites tonight in concert. So there's some Three Ships and God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. I love God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. I think it's a classic. And I love Bing Crosby and David Bowie, Little Drummer Boy. I love that one, which I played today at the place we're staying at because they'd never heard it. And Oh Holy Night, I love that one as well. Brilliant, but it's too many.
Well, I'd be very surprised if you two haven't seen the 1982 The Snowman movie, but have you seen it, Troy?
Certainly, I saw it the day it came out.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal in England when that was released. Yeah, I saw it right then. Channel 4, 1982.
I'm really ashamed to admit that in 15 years in Finland, I have still not watched it yet.
Well, you get another chance this Christmas.
I do. Maybe that'll be what I do on my Christmas party for all of my foreign friends who also don't go home for Christmas.
It's a classic. It's just a classic.
And the narrator is David Bowie, isn't
It is David Bowie, yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only know that that's
In a
where Walking in the Air
fantastic
comes from.
Christmas jumper.
Oh, yes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. So I'm guessing good memories with this movie then generally? Or
Yeah, absolutely. I loved the book first. Because before, I think it came out in the late 70s and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved all Raymond Briggs' stuff. Fungus the Bogeyman was fabulous, and When the Wind Blows, all his stuff.
Oh, and now, remember, we went to Keswick to the pencil museum where they had the pencils that they used to draw the animation. Yeah, so
It's the greatest museum in the world.
British Pencil
The
Museum.
Keswick Pencil Museum. It's better than the British Museum.
We have the biggest pencil there.
The biggest pencil in the world. Actually, the biggest pencil in any world.
Yes.
It's just incredible.
It's lovely.
Wasn't it?
We've gone there on there twice.
We've been twice. The Queen went, yeah. She loved it. She drew a photo of it.
that's amazing.
That's what we do. Yeah.
All right, well, I think your sound check's probably getting started soon. Good timings.
Wow.
If you could inject some holiday cheer into people out there, what would you say to them?
Just remember you're not alone. Even if you don't have a family or Christmas isn't a big thing for you, you're still a part of this universe family that we're all a part of. So just to kind of take solace in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100.
That's it.
Yeah.
What she said.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for talking about Christmas with me, and have an amazing show tonight. And I'm not coming, but I'll see you guys on Saturday and Sunday
Awesome.
in Tampere and Lappeenranta. So have an amazing rest of the tour.
We'll do our best. Thank you.